Good evening and thanks for joining us. Congressman Matt Gaetz faced a crowd of protesters during his stop in Pensacola today. Gaetz was at the Creosote Superfund site pushing his controversial bill to abolish the EPA. He's still facing an uphill battle. Channel 3's ALLIE Norton was at today's event, and ALLIE, was he able to win anyone over?
To be determined. Jacqueline. Gaetz is the sponsor of that one-page bill, H.R. 861. It was a big focus of his last town hall in February in Milton and then again today in Pensacola. But this time he scheduled the event at a place he says the EPA failed.
A no trespassing sign hangs on the chain link fence. Congressman Matt Gaetz chose the American Creosote Works Superfund site to support his reason for wanting to abolish the EPA.
Pentachlorophenol and other chemicals impacted the soil, impacted adjacent properties, for a period of time impacted the water table and groundwater.
Gaetz says the site is an example of how the EPA has failed. It's been 34 years since the problem was identified, still no cleanup. He claims if the money that went to the EPA was instead given to the states, Florida would have done the job by now.
By resourcing the activities that can lead to broader environmental protection, then we'll have the opportunity to actually solve these challenges rather than having to observe them languish for decades at a time.
Many who showed up to his event weren't seeing it that way. Their views on the issue clear by the signs they were holding. DIANNE, president of the Democratic Women's Club, was among the protesters.
I believe that by showing up, we let people know, and it encourages other people to get involved.
Gaetz took questions from the crowd. Some wanted to know how states would work together on disasters that cross borders. Others questioned if money would be evenly dispersed. And then others, like KRUMEL, just wanted Gaetz to know they think the EPA is doing just fine.
I've grown up here, lived here. We know what the EPA does, and he's trying to spin his own facts as to what he believes the EPA has not done. But I'm not buying what he's trying to sell here today.
But Gaetz isn't showing any sign of budging, despite the pressure and opposition
I do not believe that the environment is best served by the EPA.
His bill hasn't been touched since February. It was referred to the Subcommittee on Environment. He does have 6 co-sponsors, all Republican. In the studio tonight, ALLIE Norton, Channel 3 News.
ALLIE.